It's a sad fact of life that, like, one day me and the wife got in an argument over, like, I was driving somewhere with the kid, and our kid's very, very sensitive. Not in the way of, like, she cries at the drop of a hat, but, like, she's a big heart. She feels for everything. Like, she came back from Beverly Hills, Chihuahua, and she was like, it was good, but it was a little sad, because there was one point where, like, somebody scared a dog. And I'm like, holy shit, you fucking... that's as bad as you think it gets? Let me fucking enlighten you as to how horrible the world is. But I didn't do that. But there was one day I remember we were driving. We were in the mall, and she walked away from me, and that's a terrifying thing as a fucking parent.
Yeah.
And she went into the middle of a clothes rack or something like that. She was very young. But give her the firm thrashing, verbal thrashing when you find her. But you can't walk away from me.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And the kid was smart enough to be like, why? And I said, because there are people that will try to steal you, and then that introduced a very frightening notion to my kid.
Yeah.
And then when of course she got home and she told my wife, not tattled on me, but, it's something that happened to her. So she was just like, who are these people that steal kids? And, Jem was like, you don't do that, man. She's got a lifetime to figure out how horrible the world is. But I am of the other frame of mind, which is like, I don't want my kid growing up in fucking happy la-la land where, like, everything is fucking gumdrops and sugar plum fairies, not knowing that there are fucking horrible predators who don't care about how happy she is. Or,
I was like...
she's a good girl, or, her parents love her. Like,
I was talking to some...
You want to armor these kids, man.
Well, it's like once they're old enough where it's like that situation is possible.
But what is old enough at this point? Like, kids get snatched at young ages, man.
Yeah. But I was talking to some people with kids, and one of them's she's a doctor, and she was talking about this whole idea of how people who they're talking about sexual abuse, and how some people name their kids stuff like it's your willy willy,
right,
and it's your something,
right,
and you
your
name it
bum.
like a fucking toy.
Yeah.
And there's a story of a kid who was in school all the time and was saying how his grandpa or his uncle or something would play with
his wingy
or something even more sort of like
innocuous,
generically whatever, and
like his puppy.
Yeah,
he calls it called it his puppy, and he's like, Grandpa plays with my puppy. And people were just like, well, that's great.
Yeah.
Like how great that a multi-generational household where the child's grandfather plays with his puppy with him.
And they're like, you have to, and the point was that, like, finally he drew something fucked up.
And they're like, oh, puppy is cock?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, we have to get you away from this horrible man.
And, their point was that, like, we don't live in that world anymore. We live in a world where it's like, don't be fucking cute. You have to arm your kid with words that depict what it is,
and a sense
and so if
of the danger that lurks out there.
Or so minimally, if they do if in some horrible world like something happens, they relate a story that everyone will be like, he touched
his dick.
Yeah,
this dude's been child molested.
Yeah,
this is a great way to sell our movie.
I
know. But you're right. You're absolutely right.
But that to me is that condition of like, how do you confront what's going on right now? And to me, this woman, if this woman is bemoaning the fact that this is happening, and she was like, it would be better if we didn't. It's like, fine, but it's like,
show me that world. Yeah, show me that world.
That doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore.
What the fuck do you want everybody to do?
She wants to roll the clock back to Little House on the Prairie, where little Laura Ingalls called it her half pint or something like that. And, and they didn't...
She got a dick.
Yeah, she's like, check out, Pa was playing with my half pint. And they're like, you have a dick? Oh, that's weird. Let me read you some reactions. Train Man writes, come on, seriously? Are you going to shelter the youth of America from learning about this stuff at all? Are you that afraid of your kid questioning you about what they may see during the day? This poster is not even half as bad as what they see on the evening news as far as objectionable content. Get out of your bubble, lady, and educate your children. Not by denial or ignorance, but by talking to them about all things they might see in this world. Dude named Black Chip or Chick says, can two stick figures... bodies composed of 5 lines apiece be pornographic compared to the advertisements for movies whose titles include the words death, killer, slaughter, and murder? I tend to find the consequences of children being exposed to the word porn to be rather mundane. What a fucking smart thing to say. Ibanez
just
Ted,
read these.
Totally, absolutely. Ibanez Ted said, if I wanted to advertise a re-release of Deep Throat, do you think the MBTA would take my ad money? Probably not. There's a reason this junk is rated XX, not suitable for the general public. Take them down and hire someone who has more brain power to run the ad department. Again, you're talking about somebody who has no idea what they're talking about. This is not an X-rated movie.
Yeah.
Just because of the word porno is in the title. It's like, look, there's a little R in the left-hand corner. It boggles my mind.
There are no porno movies called with the word
porno in them. Yeah. Generally not. Generally they go for stuff like my cock in your butt. You know, fucking...
There's never any just like, hey, let's make a porno.
Yeah, they don't bury the lead in porn. 1. They just put right up front what it is.
Yeah.
Heiny fuckers, whatever. You know, it's just boobs and cocks. Like usually it's like big black dicks or shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just boggles my mind, man. Kid asked me a tough question. I'm going to give her an answer. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try to, I'm not going to phrase it the way I'd phrase it to you. Like, you know, you be you and I'm me.
Okay.
And you've never heard of the word porno.
Okay.
And you come to me with this question.
What the, I was walking around and there was a bus ad and it says Zach and Miri make a porno.
Uh-huh.
I think it's porno.
Porno? Yeah, you've never heard of the word porno?
No.
You don't know what a porno is?
No. I mean, Porno.
Yeah.
Porno. I thought it was porno. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Porno.
Porno. It's like pronounced porno. It's short for pornography. Do you know what pornography is?
Do I know what pornography?
No.
Okay. No.
Really?
Pornography. Is it pornography?
Were you raised by giraffes or penguins? Like, how are you not familiar with this concept?
That's insulting. I was raised by very
But all right, Scott. You don't know what porno is? I'll tell you. Porno is when they film people having sex.
Like having like
it's a movie about
Top
people.
Gun?
No, it's not like that. Normally, there's not a plot. It's made primarily to showcase the act of
people
sex.
Pretending to have sex,
but they're not pretending. They're really having it. So they got close-ups of like dicks going in and stuff like that.
Oh,
I can't believe you've never. You got to watch one. They're awesome.
Sign me up.
Yeah, boom. So now you be Harley and ask me what porno is.
Dad, that's my Paris Hilton.
Yeah, really. I'm like, oh man, Paris Hilton's my daughter. If Paris Hilton's my daughter, I don't have to explain what porno is. And that's my fucking point. We say it in the movie, dude. We say it in the fucking movie. Porn has gone mainstream. It's like Coke or Pepsi with dicks in it. Look at Paris Hilton. She throat fucks a guy on night vision. Now she's selling fragrances to tweens. B. Harley, ask me what porno is.
I almost went into my Paris Hilton.
Dad.
What's that thing I did when I fucked on camera? What do you call that?
That was called a career-defining moment.
Awesome. Hey, Dad.
Are you proud of me, Dad? Do you celebrate me, Dad? That was funny. All right, so go ahead. You're her.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, how are you?
I was out in the... I don't want to...
Go ahead.
I really don't want her to be like...
I know, yeah. You're kind of making her sound a little retarded, but that's okay.
No, I wasn't trying to.
Go ahead.
Dad, I saw a poster and it said porno. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand. It's your movie.
It's my movie. Harley, look, dude, I'll tell you an honest story. I was talking to Jen 2 weeks ago.
I didn't want to.
You didn't have anywhere to go. I was talking to Jen 2 weeks ago in a room about blah, 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 about the schedule coming up, and I was just like, and then I'm going to go here, and then there's a Zach and Miri this, and I saw a Zach and Miri poster outside. And the kid was sitting at Jen's desk doing homework or something like that. And she was in the room, but around her, we've never said Zach and Miri make a porno.
Gotcha.
Not by my choice, the wife's choice. And I concede, the wife as the primary caregiver. I'm like, look, if that's your decision, that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So anyway, we're talking about it. Jen's just like, I don't want to have to fucking get into it this early. By the time the movie comes out, she's going to know the title. She's like, so, all through production, she was like, just call it Zach and Miri, which we did anyway. I called it Zach and Miri to you.
Yeah.
It's felt too long. Silly to be like, okay, so today we're going back to work at Zach and Miri Make a Porno. So I was saying Zach and Miri, and I said it multiple times, and then there was a lull in our conversation, and quietly from the desk, I heard, make a porno. And I was like, what? What did you say? And she's like, it's called Zach and Miri Make a Porno, right? And I was like, it is. I was like, do you know what porno is? And she goes, that's what you do for a living. And I was just like, all right. she's wrong.
Yeah.
But she has a vague idea
But it's a form of a movie.
Yeah, that it's a form of entertainment or a movie that is not for her. Because she knows what I do for a living is make movies for grown-ups.
Gotcha.
So at that point I said, yes and no. Dad's never made a porno, although this movie is called it, but it's not really. But a porno is just a grown-up movie that you won't see for years and years. And that was it. There were no further questions. There was no like, what do you mean? Why can't I see it? I want to see it now.
Yeah.
She had no interest because there's no draw for a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What parent is afraid of just simply saying to their kid, a porno is a grown-up movie that you can't see?